A little before 7 at Boots Off. They get breakfast out. Coffee's ready. Bananas and fruit. There's a box of donuts. There's a cereal assortment. And there's milk in the fridge. And there always, I don't know the history behind it, but there always seem to be peanuts. Bags of peanuts on the table here. I already had something. It's not quite light out, and I'm not hiking until it is. But other than that, I'm pretty near ready to go. They had a younger group come in last night, and most of them were up until close to 1. So I'm guessing they're not going to be hiking at daybreak. My guess. About 7:40, hiking out of Boots Off, down the driveway. It's a good start, not quite as early as I intended to. A couple of people got up just a few minutes ago, and you know, I had to spend a little bit of time to chat. So I'm headed down the driveway. It's supposed to be a nice walk along the lake. The sun is just coming up over Whytooga Lake. Started over on the other side of the lake, over in that area right there. And then you follow around the end of the pond and come back this way. Somewhere's up, not too far up that hill, kind of center camera right now is where Boots Off Hostel is. They got a really steep driveway, but they're not far off trail. Not a bad walk. not a bad walk in the morning coming down. Pain going up that driveway at the end of the day, but it's not that long. In fact, they have it marked off. I think the first mark sign says 650 feet up the hill. All right, I'm not gonna stick around for the sun any more than right now. It just seems to be peeking over the top, which means I need to be heading north. Beautiful day, supposed to be nice today. It's chilly right now. Just went through some muddy areas that were mostly frozen, so just below freezing, but not very far. So you know, if you're hiking, that the trail follows and goes around the lake and goes back to the dam. But if you look at the elevation drawing, there's all these ups and downs, and it's like, well, how can the lake shore go up and down? Well, the AT being the AT, it does go away from the lake for a while to go find some nearby hills for you to climb. I'm pretty sure they think if you stayed level, you'd feel you were lost, because that's not the AT. So we're a few hundred feet up above the lake. A couple miles into my day, headed north, which of course is up. Heading north. Beautiful day, absolutely gorgeous day. Saw 2 or 3 boats out fishing on the lake. Nice day, heading north. So Whytooga Lake is a lot bigger than it first looks. I don't know how well it's going to show up. You can see white there. That's the bottom of what I believe is Whytooga Dam. And then the lake wraps out around here. Because you're looking through the trees, so it goes out quite a ways. And it wraps back around this way. And back in this direction is the part that we were initially on. Obviously, we're up a ways. Like I said, the AT finds hills around. I may get a better video, but here's something just to show you a little bit more of Whytooga Lake. Just a bit before the dam. Nice campsite right along the lake. I don't know what the rules are for tending over here. I thought you weren't supposed to, but I don't know. You're well out of sight of any road or anything here. There were a couple of stealth sites up along the higher areas where you were away from the lake a ways there as well. A couple of them were right near brooks as well, or little streams. So it would have been a good wet site. Just had a long chat. He claims to be the last of the Sobos. I think he said his trail name is No Rush. He's positive he's the last of the 22 Sobos. So here I'm standing on Whytooga Dam. Lake from here, you don't see much of it from here. Obviously, here's my surprise. I wanted to see the river on the other side of the dam. There ain't no water coming out of this dam. There's no downstream river at all. It's just dry. The dam establishes the lake, and that's about it, I guess. There's 2 of these towers, which I'm pretty sure are some kind of overflow protection to keep from having a dam failure or something like that, which of course would be hugely catastrophic. But that's it. There's no water coming out of the dam. So he says I got a long, steady up coming out of here, but nothing too hard. On my way, headed north. My hands are freezing. It's a bright, sunny day, but it's pretty cold standing here. I've stood too long. I gotta get going. Heading north. Just crossed the Wilbur Dam Road. About 4.5 miles from where I started today. A little under 4 hours in, so not going very fast. A lot of up, a lot of down, and way too much talking. Beautiful day. Stealth campsite right after you go across the road. Been a number of decent stealth campsites. Most of them dry, but decent. I got a lot of up. It's over 4,000 feet of up if I get to where I'd like to go today. May not get that far. See how far I go. There's multiple options as I get into the later afternoon to make decisions on where I want to stop. Best view I've had of the marina on Waituga Lake. Big marina. Still heading up. Up goes on forever. I'm up for the rest of the day. Just got passed by Canary. She was at Boots Off last night in the bunkhouse. Oh, she's no faster than I am. Well, she goes about the same speed I do when I'm on a flat, but she does it uphill no matter how steep it is, and downhill no matter how steep it is. So she hauls along, just striding by. So she was in sight for 15, 20, maybe 30 seconds, and then gone. Heading north. Just a quick share. I've had a view of the lake almost all day. It's been a ridge, going up a ridge almost all day. And you can't see the ridge drop off probably as much quite over there. But it's a ridge, been going up. So I just stopped and got water at this spring. I'm still 1.7 from the shelter, which I didn't want to stay at, but it's looking more and more like I'm going to. This spring gets way better reviews than the one at the shelter, which is as much as half a mile down a really ugly path, depending on which review you read. Some of them say 0.3, some say half. And not a great spring. The tent site, which it's looking like I'm not going to reach anyway, has a spring that is either reported as dry or muddy. And you don't like to do a muddy one if you can avoid it, because it kind of plugs up your filter more than you want it to. So I'm going to carry the water on a 1.7. I filled everything up. I cameled a little bit, which means I drank a little more than you normally might, which will take me into the shelter with most of my water. I also prepared my evening drink, the recovery drink that I do. So that should be ready to go when I get there. 1.7 miles, almost all of it uphill, of course. Some of it pretty steep. I haven't been making more than 1 mile an hour going uphill today. It's been doing it all day. So, and of course I just dropped half an hour or more. Well, about half an hour probably here. Filtering water and what have you. Heading north. The view's incredible. I'm standing right behind the Van de Vender shelter. There's the shelter. Cement block. I'm going to stop and zoom this out a little bit so you can get a better view. The Van de Vender shelter. So I've hiked a little under 9 hours, about 8.5. I've only done 9.3 miles. It's been a non-stop up. Just kicked my butt. Shelter's okay. No picnic table. Kind of muddy out front. Deck looks dry. Cement block ones aren't usually as bad with the mice. I just don't want to do a 9.3 mile day. I got 3 hours left of hiking. 3.8 to the tent site. I don't think I can make it. There's a couple of kind of flats between here and there though, so I may end up grabbing a stealth site. Problem is it's supposed to start raining early in the morning, which means I'm going to be packing up wet. Don't like that, but I got to do better than sub 10 mile days. Got to. So I guess probably won't talk to you again until I figure out where the heck I'm going to spend the night, because I got to get. So this is the AT headed north. 6 o'clock. Got out far out my nav app and realized no way I can make the tent site. So that means, okay, it turns on the looking for stealth site. Well, by 6:04, I come across this site, an already established tent site. Right off trail. There's a trail right here. There's my tent. It's pitched, ready to go. Haven't put anything in it yet. Haven't even put my ground pad, which is supposed to start raining in the morning. I'm going to try to get up a little earlier than I normally would. It's questionable whether it's going to rain before I get up or not. So if I can get up a little earlier, and it would be great to get the tent put away before it starts to rain. I don't know what my odds are, but I mean, so it's kind of looking to the east. Probably be a real nice sunrise on a nice day. I don't think tomorrow's going to be a nice day. You can see some industrial. Oh, I guess it's a big school because I can see school buses and stuff down below here. You can see, maybe you can see through the woods the lake over there, Waituga Lake and Waituga River, and see water over in through there. There's a community down here, a whole bunch of houses and whatnot in that area, and then more lake back over that way.